Hey everybody, Chris here with Klingspor's Woodworking Shop, and welcome to Coffee and Grit, where you sip the coffee and I give you all things nitty gritty about Klingspor's Woodworking Shop. Today in the store, I want to show you a line of tools that we offer that you might not knew we had from Maksiwa. Even the name sounds cool. Well, let me show you a little more about them. So first off here, we've got this edge bender. So now everybody's got an option in the edge bending world, but what Maksiwa's got is pretty cool little setup. So it operates off of these pellets. And by the way, we do sell the pellets that get heated up in this reservoir back here. The glue then comes out here. This tape is going to be fed along the line. And as you push your part across, it's going to get taped along the side. So if you're looking for a little more industrial way of protecting those plywood or MDF edges, well, Maksiwa's got a pretty cool setup for you. And it's not just with their edge bender, because the edge bender will put it on and it'll put it on nicely and evenly. You don't have a whole lot of mess lingering. But then what do whenever you get the edge banding on? You got to have a way of getting it off. Maksiwa's got you covered. So now you've got the edge band on. Well, how do you get it off and get it clean so that it's flush with the surface? Maksiwa's next machine, this is the edge band trimmer. Now, there's a series of things that go on here. One, there's a Makita router on the back end, and I'm not sure if you can see that, if that's picking that up or not, but there's a Makita router on the back end with a simple flush trim router bit, and it's on this pivot. The nice thing about it is when you push into that, the ball bearing is going to rest on the face. Once it reaches the top, you've now allowed that bit to then rest on the surface, and it's flush trimming as it goes. There's a ball bearing that keeps everything held down here. Once you make your pass, the bit falls back down, the router system falls back down. You can then go through and do all 4 of your edges, flip it over, and you're ready to go again on the other side should the other side need a little trimming. The beauty of this system is this is completely compatible, and it's not going to damage your parts because it's all based on the floating flush trim system and that router bit as it goes. So it's got a nice little setup on the back. It's got some friction-free UMHW on the table, and it's adjustable. So this allows you to have full flexibility once you put your edge bending on. Now you got to trim it off. The next item on the Maksiwa lineup that we've got here on display in store is our line boring machine. So this is a really cool setup if you're making cabinets on a little more industrial level and you're tired of using those little handheld drill templates to make your shelf holes. Well, guess what? This affixes with some simple left and right router bits, which, by the way, Klingspor's Woodworking Shop sells. And so you would put the left and the right, or the red and the black accordingly, and it's going to spin and drill all of your holes at the same time. Don't need 15 holes, don't need 13 holes, so you can put as many as you need and make sure you get everything done all in one foul swoop. This is got a pedal and it's air operated. So the cool thing about that is you simply get your part in line where it needs to go. There's a series of flip stops that can be maneuvered anywhere along the fence system. And this is an adjustable fence, so if you've got longer stock, this allows you to really come on out there. But once you get your stop in place, you can flip it up out of the way as needed, flip it back down, run your part in there, press the pedal, and it drills all of the holes at the same time. Much more industrial than those handheld systems. So if you're looking for something to step your shop up and you want to be doing a lot of these shelf holes, this is a great way to get started. And the next item we want to talk about is pocket hole. Again, tired of using those little handheld drilling setups to drill your pocket hole system? This is much more efficient, and the angle that this makes the pocket is much more ideal, and it's far less likely to cause that thing to pop up. The beauty of this system is it's based on some original pocket hole setups from that are really old, but they work really well. It's got some grippy tape to keep your part from moving. It's based on a 2 router system. Everything is controlled here, and then there's a foot pedal that activates the 2 different bits that are going to come up. Let me pop the hood so you can get a better idea of what that looks like. So first things first, there is a lock that keeps the table in position, so you don't have to worry about it falling on your head. Second, here are the 2 routers that actuate during the movement. One router comes down to drill your pilot, the other router comes up to drill your pocket. And because they use simple router bits, this makes it real easy to change out. which, by the way, Klingspor's Woodworking Shop sells. But I digress. These two options here allow you to make those quick and easy pockets. And with the actuation system of the two routers working in conjunction, it makes quick work of making those quick pocket holes. You can see quick little pilot that goes there, and then the nice deep pocket that goes there. Yeah, you get more of a flatter, lengthier pocket than you do with a handheld drill. And that is because it's making a much more severe angle coming in there, which is a lot easier to work with. So this is the Maksiwa pocket hole system. I'm going to go ahead and lower this back down. And one other thing I'll point out here is this thing also has a laser system. That's a control module right there. So you can turn everything on and off there. You can dial this in based on the different woods that you might be working with. They do make a little difference in how the router will work, so that it just slows that feed rate for each of those things. There's a lot of features and controls here. Again, with the adjustable fence for the variety of different materials you might be working with in length and styles. This fence also adjusts a little bit this way. So if you're looking for a little more industrial option in a pocket hole system, the Maksiwa might have you covered. Well, this is Chris out here in the store talking about all things Maksiwa this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. If you got any questions, always give us a call at 800-228-0000. Check us out on the web at woodworkingshop.com. But this is Chris with Coffee and Grit, and I guess I'll see you next time.
Today's presentation of Coffee and Grit is brought to you by Woodworker Joe Whole Bean Coffee, a perfect blend of light, medium, and dark roast, roasted and packaged right here in North Carolina, exclusively at woodworkingshop.com.
If there's a product you'd like featured on Coffee and Grit, let us know at 800-228-0000 or email us at tech@woodworkingshop.com.